Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the Toyota Prius Nightshade. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Toyota here in Murray for giving me some time with this Prius. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a hybrid 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an ECVT. Fuel economy is 49 around town, 50 on the highway, with power outputs being 196 horsepower combined. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, this Prius is as blacked out as it gets with this Nightshade package. You can see the Toyota logo has been blacked out, and this one, of course, has black paint, so it kind of goes with that theme. And it makes the headlights actually pop out quite a bit more. But yeah, even the trim at the bottom is all blacked out, so it gives the Prius, I would say, a much more aggressive appearance for a Prius. Tire and wheel setup is 195 by 50 by 19. You can see you've got the body painted fender flares, you got your all-wheel drive badge there, body painted mirror cap, door handle, and then you got the funky door handle there in the rear. But this actually looks really cool. I'd be interested to see this in white. I think that'd be a really cool contrast with all the blacked out badging and elements and then the white paint, but the blacked out one looks good. Now this leads us to the key fob. It has the Prius logo there on the back. You've got your lock and unlock. It's pretty straightforward with that. And then opening up the rear hatch, there's a little popper right there. It is hydraulic with the opening. We've got a sunshade here from the factory, and then the storage down below is pretty good. Again, this is a hatchback, so look at this as kind of like a Corolla Plus in terms of the sizing. Not quite as big as a Camry, but a bit bigger than a Corolla. They've got this cool light bar design there across the back. You can see the Prius logo down below, and then your HEV badge with the parking sensors there at the bottom. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the exterior on this, but I think that it makes the Prius look a bit less boring. Now the interior with this Nightshade package is actually really nice. So you've got soft touch here at the bottom, and then you've got this nice perforated trim all over the seats. We'll actually move this out of the way. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's pretty fancy inside. And then getting in the Prius is easy. Kind of got to sit down a little bit, but legroom's good. We got some USB ports there, and then you guys can see with the sunroof for the rear passengers as well. And then this leads us up front where we've got soft touch here down below. All of our window controls, mirror adjustments, blind spot ring with the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. Got a nice perforated trim. And, sorry, gotta pop in to show you guys little pedals there. And then we got the heated steering wheel here as well, and then the little gas cap release down below. And let's start her up. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, can't really see the gauge cluster, so far away. Toyota logo front and center. We've got practical controls for the center stack there. We've got our adaptive cruise control with the lane centering as well. Regular stocks there on the back. And I will say the steering wheel is kind of funky looking overall, but it gets the job done. So the lighting's not great, but we do have that digital gauge cluster up top. Basically shows you vehicle information, like if you're in EV mode like we are right now, how much fuel you have left and all of that. And yes, it still suffers from the gauge cluster getting blocked by the steering wheel situation, so yeah, they haven't changed that. Anywho, backup camera in reverse. Good resolution for the whole system. And then you've got the shortcut bar here on the side with the infotainment system. Pretty quick response time, little volume control there on the side as well. It says Prius there at the bottom. Nice soft touch trim there on the dash, and then this is cool, the trim that goes across. Single zone climate. We do have heated seats up front, and then a little charging area with some USBs, a little storage space. Got some cup holders. Wireless phone charging pad. We've got a stability control, drive mode select, your EV mode, auto hold, parking brake, shifter here for the ECVT. And the center console with some USBs. Nice soft touch trim there. Just a regular rear view mirror. And then again, we've got another sunroof up front. So this leads us to the window sticker for this. You can see again, this is the Nightshade all-wheel drive. 37,808. And looking at the equipment, this is basically an XLE, but just blacked out. And it even says XLE on the back. So goes with my theory. Anyways, let's drive it. Let us set off in the Prius. And I have a question for you guys. What's the plural of Prius? Is it Priuses or is it Prii? Like octopus, octopi. Because you don't say octopuses, because that kind of sounds a little bit inappropriate. So it's octopi. Is it Prii? Let me know. I think it's Prii. I think this is a cool thing for Toyota to do. And I will say, I think the Prius is a really cool car. I've said in the past that I think this makes more sense for a lot of people than a Tesla or, you know, other electric cars, because you get tons of fuel range with this, right? I think like 600 miles on a tank, and getting 50 miles per gallon is so efficient that, like, yeah, you're still spending money on gas, but with how much it costs to charge up a car and the time that you lose with charging, it actually works in your favor to have a hybrid, because you lose no time, because filling up with this is actually really quick because the gas tank isn't big. The range comes from the fact that, well, it's super efficient. And it's got pretty good power. Again, it's not EV quick, but it is quick enough. Especially for around town, and even on the highway, it doesn't really have passing power, but again, I'd say that it gets the job done. It gets the job done. And the Prius is also pretty darn comfortable to drive. The seats are pretty comfortable. Like I said, I don't like the gauge cluster setup. I've said this in the past, so I'm not gonna continue to beat on that topic. But yeah, it is a bit of a downside. I mean, I guess I'm sitting up higher. I can move the steering wheel down, but this feels awkward because now the steering wheel is down here. I'd rather have it up, but now I can see the gauge cluster fully. So it just feels like a big concession to have to make. It's not the end of the world, though. It is not the end of the world by any means. It's just silly, in my opinion. Yeah, I love just the instant torque you get from the electric side of things. It's really nice. This car drives well. The only thing I can knock it for is the single zone climate, but again, it's also just not a big car, so you don't really need dual zone climate. It's kind of pointless in a car of this size, but it'd still be maybe a nice feature to offer. But it is less efficient, and that's the thing. So it makes sense, like the Prius is going all out on efficiency, so if you're going all out on efficiency, then yeah, you're gonna have single zone, you're not gonna have dual zone climate. Man, this is in EV mode all the time. Again, that's the nice thing about eCVT. It's able to transition quickly, smoothly, and just get you the best fuel economy possible. So, to cap things off with this, again, I do think that these hybrids, for a lot of people, make a lot. That is a weird aftermarket wheels. Took off the chase rack on a trail. Interesting. Anyways, as I was saying, sorry, I got distracted because that trail hunter looks really weird. Cool though. I just think that it makes more sense than an electric car. I think that you get a bit more utility with this compared to an electric car. And, you know, I don't usually talk about this stuff on the channel, but you don't have to worry about anyone damaging your car. If you own a particular electric car, you don't have to worry about people going up and damaging your car if you got a Prius. Nobody hates on Prius. I mean, people hate on Priuses because it's a boring car, but you know, they aren't going to hate on Priuses for other reasons. So you don't have to put stickers all over your car saying I bought it in 2021. Please don't key my car. So let me know what you guys think about the Prius Nightshade, but I think it's cool. And I mean, the regular Prius looks pretty cool, but the Nightshade, it definitely takes it up a notch in terms of the looks. At least I think it does. So that's my 2 cents as always.